Hello. Today's video is gonna be very fast. I'm holding my phone because my tripod's downstairs and I'm too lazy to go get it. And I'm hiding from my kids because I'm making my video later in the day. So here I am upstairs in my bathroom, and I thought I'll make a quick video about something that I've had clients that have been struggling with, and I struggled with for the entire duration of my eating disorder, but didn't realize what was going on until probably a decade in, and it took me like another decade to figure out how to eat past it. And that is that stomach pain that you'll experience when you have immense anxiety, right? So that would feel like, for me, the anxiety that I would feel, it kind of was like all different kinds of feelings in my stomach. I'd feel like a lot of cramping and bloating and almost like nausea at times. And I just thought it was all because of the food. Or if I wasn't actually like eating a lot of food, I thought, well, this is why I can't eat a lot of food, because I have these stomach issues. And when I went into recovery and I realized after eating a lot of food that a lot of those stomach aches, not always, but sometimes, would actually get better after I ate a good amount of food. And I think the reason for that is because after I ate food, even though it was like challenging and scary, my body could kind of calm down knowing that there was food in it. And somehow my anxiety would, or my stomach pain would kind of go away. So, or get better. Not always. Sometimes I would challenge food, I would challenge something, and I would get horrendous stomach aches, and then I'd blame it on the food. And this is something that you've got to be really careful of doing, because it's likely not the food that's the problem. It's likely the fact that you've restricted whatever that food is that you're now eating in recovery. Because of that restriction, now your stomach has a really hard time processing and digesting the food that's in there. And so it's going to take a little bit of time for your body to get used to these, what would be considered foreign foods for you, because you haven't had them so long, that are just totally normal everyday foods. So don't psych yourself out, is what I'm saying. Don't, because you have a little bit or even kind of a lot of stomach pain or bloating or discomfort, indigestion, constipation, don't let that derail you. You got to be tough. Now, obviously, when I say tough, I don't mean like eat yourself into the emergency room because you have such awful stomach pain. But what I mean is push yourself past that. So a lot of times I had to eat when I had a really crampy stomach ache, or a common one wasn't painful, but it was just such an uncomfortable feeling when I had a lot of anxiety, was this brick in my stomach. Like I actually felt fullness in my stomach, not like food fullness, but just like a brick in my stomach when I had a lot of anxiety. So if you experience that, don't take it 10 years to figure out what to do. Just take my advice on this. Just eat. Even if you feel that fullness in your stomach. A lot of times people will say, I'm always full, I'm always full. And it's likely that you are if you're eating a lot of food in recovery. But that anxiety is just going to make it feel that much more. It's going to make it feel that much more intense that you're so full. So be honest with yourself about how much you're eating. And if it doesn't make sense that you're feeling so full because you're really not eating that much, I would say chalk that up to anxiety. So my tool here that I'm going to give you in a long-winded way is eat past the stomach discomfort. Do not let yourself use it as an excuse to restrict or to not eat, okay? And while I'm on this topic of stomach, kind of a general topic, kind of not though, right? I feel like we can talk about all different kinds of issues that we're gonna have with our stomach in recovery. But one of them is going to be, and I just lost my train of thought. It's a long day. This is why I do videos earlier in the day. What was it? So that slow digestion, right? So that like delayed gastric emptying, where you eat food and you just feel like it's sitting in there. It's just sitting in there. It's sitting in there. I kind of feel like I experienced that for a while in my recovery, and that's why I had to eat just on a constant state of fullness. Because if I waited and sat around until I felt hungry physically again, I would have been restricting, tremendously restricting. So fullness in your stomach cannot be an indicator that you need to stop eating. Is not an indicator that you need to stop eating when you still have that mental hunger. I always say mental hunger trumps physical hunger, okay? And even trumps physical fullness. And I know outside of eating disorder recovery, that sounds just like so disrespectful to your body, But if you're listening to this and you have an eating disorder, you understand why you've got to listen to that mental hunger. So with that jumbled video, I guess it's better than nothing, but it's a little bit scattered. Hopefully you took something away from it, and there's kind of the driving point here I'm trying to make is eat regardless of what's going on with your stomach, obviously, unless it's intense, severe, like you need to go to the hospital pain. Okay? All right, bye.